Unit 61. The past simple tense. Минало, просто време. Regular verbs. Така, нещо, което споменахме вече. Regular verbs form past simple by adding ed. Или глаголите ще образуват минало време с добавяне на окончание ed. Okay, let's look at the examples. Нека да погледнем нашите примери. I worked here last year. I worked. Аз работих тук. You cleaned the room yesterday. Ти почисти стаята вчера. He, she, it liked the film very much. We studied French at school. Учихме френски в училище. You watched TV last night. They enjoyed the party at the weekend. Те харесаха партито. They enjoyed. Okay, when we talk about question and negatives, говорейки за въпроси и отрицания, съответно миналото време на глагола do ще бъде нашия спомагателен глагол did. So, did is the auxiliary verb. Okay. Така. Въпроси. Did I work here? Работих ли тук? Did you clean the room? Прочисти ли стаята? Така. В трето лице. Внимание. Did he clean the room? Did she clean the room? No change. Така. Няма да имаме никаква промяна по отношение на трето лице. Тоест, did е миналото време на глагола do в този смисъл. Did е нашия спомагателен глагол тук. При въпроси did ще стои пред подлога. Внимание, глаголът ни след това ще бъде в инфинитивна основна форма. Did I work? Did you clean? Did he clean the room? Short answers. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. Okay. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Yes, we did. No, we didn't. And so on. Така, що се отнася до отрицанията, съответно did ще приема отрицание. Did not, the shorter form, т.е. нашата по-кратка форма ще бъде didn't. I didn't work here last year. Не работих тук. Внимание още веднъж. Глаголът ни след didn't е в инфинитивна основна форма. They didn't enjoy the party. Ако твърдението ни е положително, изразът ще бъде They enjoyed the party at the weekend. Negative, they didn't enjoy the party. Още веднъж, нека обобщим. Граматичните правила за образуване на минало време. Голямата част от глаголите, които ще наричаме правилни такива, които следват граматичното правило, ще образуват минало време с добавяне на окончание ed. I worked, I cleaned, I studied, and so on. Така, що се отнася до въпросите и отрицанията, did е нашия спомагателен глагол, така че did I work, did you work, did he work, did she work. Обърнете внимание, в трето лице няма промяна. Did ще бъде нашия спомагателен глагол за всички лица и числа. Окей, съответно отрицанията I didn't work, you didn't work, he didn't work, she didn't work, and so on. Глаголът след спомагателен глагол ще бъде в инфинитивна основна форма, без значение дали става въпрос за въпроси или отрицание. Окей, spelling rules. Така, чисто граматичните правила за поставяне на окончание ed. Okay, the first examples, no change. Work, worked. Без промяна в думата, просто добавяме окончание ed. Cleaned. Clean, cleaned. Y след гласна. Окей, не се променя. Enjoy, enjoyed. Play, played. Окей. So, след глаголи завършващи на e, добавяме само d. Like, liked, laugh, laughed, hate, hate, hated. bake, baked. Така, малко по-надолу. При едносрични глаголи или глаголи завършващи на съгласна, гласна съгласна, последната съгласна се отвоява. Това означава, че ако имам дума, която завършва на съгласна, само с една гласна пред нея. Окей? С други думи можем да кажем, когато последната гласна е под ударение, тогава ще имаме отвояване на съгласната в края. Stop, stopped. Думата завършва на P, само с една гласна пред нея. Stop, stopped. Slip, slipped. Prefer. Prefer. Ударението е на гласната, т.е. пред R. Yes. Regret, regretted. Окей? Сега нещо, което сме споменавали вече, на практика това ще бъде едно граматично правило по принцип за добавяне на окончание. Stop, stopping. Double P. Shop, shopping. Okay, cut, cutting. Slip, slipping, and so on. Regretting, too. Okay. And but we have to remember. Remembered. Developed. Така че, изключение ще имаме. Окей. 5. Why след съгласна, внимание, Y преминава в I и добавяме окончание ED. Tried. Cry, cried. Още веднъж Y преминава в I и поставяме окончание ED. Studied. Също. Окей. Нека да погледнем тук. Глаголи завършващи на L в минало време се пишат с double L и окончание ED, независимо дали сричката е ударена или не. Traveled. Окей. Така, в American English често ще бъде само с едно L. Cancelled. Окей, не отвояваме последната съгласна. Ако думата завършва на две съгласни, да. На практика ние го казахме и по друг начин. Ако думата завършва на съгласна само с една гласна пред нея. Started, turned, boiled, explained. No change here. Okay, let's go on. Now, we have a text. Okay. Here it is. Let's read it. Anna Nicole Smith, one of the most popular Playboy models and Hollywood actresses, died on the 8th of February 2007 at the age of 39. Her bodyguard called the reception of the hotel in Florida that she was very ill with flu, didn't breathe, and he needed help. The police still don't know the exact reason for her death. Anna was born Vicky Lynn Hogan on the 28th of November 1967 in Houston, Texas. She finished 8th grade at school, then worked as a waitress and an exotic dancer at a nightclub. For the first time she appeared on the cover of Playboy in March 1992 and was one of the most popular and successful models. She was called the next Marilyn Monroe because her hairstyle and her white dresses were like those of Marilyn. When she was 16, she married her first husband, Billy Smith. Their son Daniel was born in 1986. In October 1991, she met oil billionaire J. Howard Marshall. He asked her several times to become his wife. In 1993, she divorced Billy. In 1994, Smith, 26, and Marshall, 89 years old, married in Houston. This resulted in a great deal of gossip about her marrying him for his money. During their short marriage, she claimed she loved her husband. 13 months after his marriage to Smith, Marshall died. Smith's daughter, Danielle Hope Marshall Stern, was born in September 2006. When his mother was in hospital with his newborn sister, Daniel, her son, visited them and died in her room. There are great disputes and gossips about her will. 3 men are arguing about it and about the fact whose daughter Danielle in fact is. Well, a sad story. Now, let's look at the questions that we have. Нека да погледнем нашите въпроси. Идеята е да се опитваме да се изразяваме в минало време. When did Anna die? Okay, according to the text that we just read. Okay, so she died, okay, on the 8th of February 2007. And how old was she when she died? When she died, she was 39 years old. Okay. Number 3. What happened in the hotel in Florida? What happened there? Okay, the bodyguard there called the reception. Okay, and said that she was very ill with flu, didn't breathe, and that he needed help. Okay. Okay, what can you tell me about Anna Nicole Smith? When and where was she born? So, she was born Vicky Lynn Hogan. Okay. On the 28th of November 1967 in Texas, Houston, Texas. Okay. What were her first jobs? Okay, she finished school and then worked. She finished school and then worked as a waitress and an exotic dancer at a nightclub. Okay, what happened in March 1992? Okay. So, she appeared for the first time on the cover of Playboy in March 1992. Okay. So, why was she called the next Marilyn Monroe? Why was she called the next Marilyn Monroe? She was called the next Marilyn Monroe because of what? Her hairstyle and her white dresses, they were like those of Marilyn. Okay, so question 8. Who were her husbands? The first one was Billy Smith. Okay. So, and she married him when she was 16. Yes? Who was her second husband? J. Howard Marshall. And she married him, actually, when was that? Okay. In 1994. Yes? And in fact, she met him, okay, in October 1991. Met. Неправилен глагол, който ще образува минало време така различно от това, което споменахме до тук. Ще имаме една изключително голяма група, върху която така ще имаме изключително внимание. She met him in October 1991. Okay? And then she married him, well, in 1994. Okay. How many children did she have? She had 2 children. Okay. So, her son Daniel was born in 1986. Okay. And her daughter Danieline Hope Marshall Stern was born in September 2006. What was her marriage? Okay, what was her marriage to Howard Marshall? Okay, it was very short. Okay. It lasted, okay, for only 13 months. Okay, да продължа, да трая, it lasted, okay, only for 13 months. Okay. So, okay. Нека да погледаме нашия текст още веднъж. Внимание върху фрази и изрази. Okay. Starting from the very beginning. Започваме от начало. Anna Nicole Smith, one of the most popular Playboy models and Hollywood actresses, died on the 8th of February 2007 at the age of, на възраст на. Изключително хубаво е да помним фрази. At, един предлог, който ще показва много точно кога, къде нещо се случва. At, един предлог за възраст. At 39, на 39. Така, за цена също. To sell something at a price, да продавам нещо на цена. Окей? Така ще имаме също at в контекст, например, на he's driving at 100 miles per hour. Окей? Карам със скорост еди колко си. Така че at е един предлог, който дефинира доста точно. Окей, помним, at the age of, на възраст. Или само at 39, I can say this. На 39. Нататък, her bodyguard called the reception. Внимание върху глаголи и предлози. Внимание върху глаголи, които не използваме с предлози. Независимо от това, че в българските език имаме такива. Ние казваме да се обадя на рецепцията, да се обадя на някой, да се обадя в офиса. В английският език call, phone, ring са глаголи, които ще използваме без предлог. To call someone or somewhere. To call the police, to call the office, to call the reception, to call my friend. Okay? Okay, moving on. Okay, so her bodyguard called the reception of the hotel and he said that she was ill with. Болен от. To be ill with. Спирам се тук заради with. Okay, to be ill with something. Болен съм от нещо. Flu, грип. She didn't breathe. Дишам. Okay. Тя не дишаше. She didn't breathe. And he needed help. И той се нуждаеше от помощ. The police still don't know the exact reason. Точната причина. The reason for. Окей? Т.е. причината за. Внимание. Нека да помним изрази. Нека не приемаме, че в контекст това пасва 100% с нашия изказ. For е един предлог, който ще се използва много по-широко от нашата идея за. Така че the exact reason for something. Точната причина за нещо. Нататък. Anna was born Vicky Lynn Hogan on the 28th of November 1967 in Houston, Texas. She finished 8th grade. 8 клас. Then she worked as a waitress, сервитьорка, and an exotic dancer at a nightclub. Okay? To work at. Още веднъж за at като предлог. Така. Искам вашето внимание тук по отношение употребата на Past Simple Tense. Past Simple Tense ще стои изключително добре, когато изразяваме една поредица от действия. Обърнете внимание, че всички прости времена носят една идея. Без значение. Сегашно, минало, бъдещо. На практика всички прости времена не поставят един акцент върху едно действие само по себе си конкретно. Тази идея стои изключително добре, когато аз искам да изброя една поредица от действия. So, what? She finished school and then worked as a waitress and an exotic dancer. Okay? Then she appeared on the cover of Playboy. Okay? To appear on the cover на корицата. Okay? So she was one of the most popular and successful models. Okay, she was called the next Marilyn Monroe because her hairstyle. Because of, заради, поради. Okay. Hairstyle, прическа. Her white dresses, they were like those of Marilyn. When she was 16, she married her first husband to marry someone. Внимание върху глаголи и предлози или там, където нямаме такива. Споменахме за call преди малко. To marry someone. Женя се за някой. Използвайки marry като глагол, внимание, без предлог. Marry me. Ожени се за мен. Така, обаче, get married. Използването на married като минало причастие с be или get. Okay? To be married to someone or to get married to someone. To is the preposition. Okay, moving on. So, their son was born. Okay, казахме, че на български казваме аз съм роден, този израз в английският език винаги е в минало време. Okay, moving on. So, then she met. Okay, the billionaire J. Howard Marshall. Billionaire, милиардер. He asked her several times. Several, няколко. Several, една дума, която се използва само за брой. Okay, to become his wife. Okay, да стане негова жена. Мога ли да кажа he asked her several times to marry her, him. Okay, he asked her several times to marry him. Okay, упражнявайки това, което имахме горе, to marry someone. Нататък, in 1993 she divorced Billy. To divorce someone. Развеждам се с някой. Обърнете внимание без предлог отново. Okay, in 1994 Smith 26 and Marshall 89 married in Houston. This resulted in. Okay, to result in. Намирам резултат в един изключително хубав израз. Okay, изключително хубав израз. Ако го запомним и успеем да го използваме добре, наистина това е един голям плюс. To result in, намирам резултат в. This resulted in, okay, a great deal of gossip. Okay, a great deal of something, a lot of something. Изключително хубав израз отново. Внимание, един израз, който се използва с неброими съществителни имена. И в този контекст обърнете внимание, че gossip тук, думата тук е употребена като неброимо съществително. Казвам това, защото малко по-долу думата е употребена като множествено. Обърнете внимание, т.е. като броимо съществително. Gossips, клюки. Окей? Така, ще имаме такива думи. Например, reason. Reason е една дума, която може да бъде употребена както като неброимо съществително. Окей? I have little reason to think. Имам малко основание да мисля. В този контекст reason може би на български звучи най-добре като основание. Що се отнася до reason, I've got a reason, a good reason. Тогава вече причина, една причина, броимо съществително. Okay, let's move on. So about her marrying him for his money. Okay, in a great deal of gossip about something. В много клюки, много мълви. Okay, about something. About her marrying him. Okay, about someone doing something. So, during their short marriage, she claim, твърдя, she claimed she left her husband 13 months after his marriage to Smith. Okay, marriage to someone. Брак с някой. Marshall died. Smith's daughter, Dannelyn Hope Marshall Stern, was born in September 2006. When his mother was in hospital with his newborn, новороден, newborn sister, с новородената му сестра, Daniel, her son, запетая, visited them and died in her room. И почина в нейната стая. There are great disputes, спор, dispute, and gossips, и клюки. Казахме gossip about something. A gossip about something, думата може да бъде употребена както като броимо, така и като неброимо. Внимание. Three men are arguing about, to argue about something, споря за нещо. And about the fact, whose daughter Daniel in fact is. Well, our next exercise. Fill in the verbs in the past simple tense. So, we have finish, spoil, hurry, pour, arrive, start, change, want, start again, wash, fry, clear, wash again, polish, prepare, wash, clean, brush. So, bad weekend. A bad weekend for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It was Saturday. Mrs. Smith shopping at about 1 p.m. and to the bus stop. Finish and hurry. She finished shopping. And hurried. To hurry to a place. Да бързам за някъде. She home at about 2 p.m. What can we say here? She arrived home. Yes. She arrived home at about 2 p.m. She, her clothes and... what can we say here? She changed her clothes. Change. Here is the word. Да се преоблека. She changed her clothes. And started cooking lunch. Започна да готви. To start doing or to start to do something. Внимание, start, begin. Глаголи, които можем да използваме както с ing форми, така и с инфинитиви след тях. She, some sausages and chips. Fried. Внимание, думата завършва на y след съгласна, така че she fried. Some sausages and chips. Washed vegetables and prepared salad. And she prepared salad. At that time, Mr. Smith cleaned their car. The seats and the inside of the car. He washed the... He brushed. Yes, sounds better. He brushed the seats and the inside of the car. Yes. Да изчеткам. Yes. So, he brushed the seats and the inside of the car. Then he washed here. Yes, the outside with water. And what? He polished the windows. To polish, да лъскам, да излъскам, да почисти в този контекст. Така, to polish. He polished the windows. After lunch, they both what? Okay. After lunch, they both cleared the table. Okay, да почистя масата. And Mrs. Smith washed up. Okay. They cleared. To clear, да изчистя. Okay. They cleared the table. And to wash up, да измия чиниите. Okay, they to go for drive in the late afternoon, but they were very unhappy. They wanted, yes, те искаха. They wanted to go for a drive in the late afternoon, but they were very unhappy. It soon, what? Started to rain. It soon started. Okay? Okay, it poured with rain. To pour with rain. Изключително хубав израз. Okay? All evening. Валя силно, като изведро. It poured with rain. Okay? Pour, буквално изливам, изсипвам, наливам, може да е. Yes? To pour with rain. Yes? It poured with rain. Okay, the rain spoiled their weekend. Да разваля, да проваля. Okay? Spoil their weekend. Okay, listen to me once again. A great story. Така, наистина ми се иска да усетите звученето на един текст в минало време. Идеята е да усетите как използваме миналите времена. Акцент върху това, че най-често ние използваме Past Simple Tense, за да разкажем нещо, една история, нещо, което се е случило изцяло в миналото. Нашия акцент е там. Аз не съпоставям това, което е станало с сега. Okay. A bad weekend for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So I'm starting, telling a story. Yes, a bad weekend for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It was Saturday. Mrs. Smith finished shopping at about 1 p.m. and hurried to the bus stop. She arrived home at about 2 p.m. She changed her clothes and started cooking lunch. She fried some sausages and chips, washed the vegetables and prepared salad. At that time, Mr. Smith cleaned their car. He brushed the seats and the inside of the car. Then he washed the outside with water and polished the windows. After lunch, they both cleared the table and Mrs. Smith washed up. They wanted to go for a drive. To go for a drive, да излезат да се повозят. Yes? На разходка с колата, както казваме ние. So, they wanted to go for a drive in the late afternoon. But they were very unhappy. It soon started to rain. It poured with rain all evening. The rain spoiled their weekend. Обърнете внимание, че Past Simple Tense изброява едни събития в миналото. She finished shopping, she hurried to the bus stop, then she got back home or she arrived home. Yes, she changed her clothes, she started cooking. Yes, in fact, she fried some sausages. Yes, and chips. Then she washed vegetables, prepared salad. Okay, what else? Okay. At that time, Mr. Smith. Okay, what about him? He cleaned the car, he brushed the seats, he washed the outside of the car and polished the windows. Yes? After lunch, they cleared the table. Mrs. Smith washed up. They wanted to go for a drive, but it started raining. It poured with rain. It spoiled their weekend. Изключително важно е да започнем да говорим и да се изразяваме по този начин. Идеята е да свикнем с смисъла, който се носи от the past simple tense. Така че, what did you do yesterday? Един въпрос, на който трябва да отговаряме изключително често. Let's go on. Our next exercise, the model is, we have the words I watch a show, a comedy last night. Starting with a negative. Започваме с отрицание. I didn't watch a show. I watched a comedy. Не гледах шоу last night, с нощи. Okay, I watched a comedy. Гледах комедия. So, number 1. Shop open at 8:30 yesterday. So, the shop didn't open. Okay. Okay. At 8. Okay, comma. It opened at 9:30. It opened at 9:30. Okay. Магазинът не отвори в 8, отвори в 9:30. 2. She played cards, chess on Sunday. She didn't play cards. Okay. She didn't play cards. She played chess. Okay. Cards on Sunday. Okay. She played chess. Okay, past simple. She played. So, number 3. My friend visited me, his cousin, last week. My friend didn't visit me last weekend. He visited his cousin. Okay. So, my friend didn't visit me last weekend. Okay, comma. He visited. Okay. He visited his cousin. Okay. Той не ме посети, а посети братовчеци. 4. Bus arrived on time late yesterday morning. So, the bus didn't arrive on time, на време. On time yesterday. It arrived, past tense, be careful. It arrived late. Okay. Тоест той пристигна късно. Okay, 5. I stop at the petrol station at the supermarket on my way home. I didn't stop at the petrol station. Не спрях на бензиностанцията. I didn't stop at. Внимание, at е предлога. Къде и кога нещо се случва. Yes, I didn't stop at the petrol station. Okay. So, on my way home, по път за вкъщи. On my way home, I stopped, be careful, double P. I stopped at the supermarket. Okay, number 6. It snowed, rain last winter. It didn't snow last winter. It rained. Okay. Snow като глагол. Една дума, която нас малко ни смущава да я използваме като глагол. To snow вали сняг. To rain вали дъжд. Yes. It didn't snow last winter. Okay. It rained. Okay, валя дъжд. 7. Hank like me, my sister. Hank. Okay. What? He didn't like me. Не ме хареса. Okay. Hank. Okay, didn't like me. Okay, Hank didn't like me. He liked my sister. Okay, so 8. They stay at a cheap hotel at the Ritz. Be on holiday. They didn't stay at the cheap hotel. Okay, starting. So they didn't stay at. To stay at a hotel. Be careful. At is the preposition. They didn't stay at a cheap hotel when they were on holiday. Okay. When they така okay, when they were on holiday. Okay. They stayed. Okay, без промяна, внимание, YED. They stayed. Okay. Okay, they stayed where? At the Ritz. Okay, number 9. Alicia enjoyed the theater performance, the food in the restaurant last night. Alicia didn't enjoy the theater performance last night. She enjoyed the food at the restaurant. Okay. Didn't enjoy. Okay, the theater. Performance. Okay, last night. She enjoyed the food. Okay, she enjoyed the food in the restaurant. Okay, and we have one more. I wait for you 10 minutes, half an hour. I didn't wait for you for 10 minutes. Okay? I waited for you half an hour. Okay? So, I didn't wait for you. Така, обърнете внимание, мога да кажа I didn't wait for you 10 minutes. Okay? I didn't wait for you 10 minutes. Звучим една идея по-добре с една идея на яснота, ако въвеждайки един период от време използваме for. Тоест, for е един предлог, който ще покаже колко дълго нещо ще протича. Окей? Така, например, I work for 8 hours. Okay? I didn't wait for you for 10 minutes. I waited for you for half an hour. С for звучим една идея по-добре. Okay? I didn't wait for you for 10 minutes. Okay. I waited for you. Okay. For half an hour. Okay. Така, още веднъж мога да кажа I waited for you half an hour. Една идея звучим по-добре и наистина ми се иска да свикнем да използваме for и да сме наясно, че for по принцип ще въвежда един период от време. Работата е там, че идват нашите граматични времена, другите, които ще учим, the perfect tenses, перфектните времена. И там си мислим, че for се използва само с перфектни времена. И изобщо не е така. Окей? For е по принцип един предлог, който ще въвежда един период от време. I work for 8 hours. I will go on a holiday and I will stay there for a week. 10 years ago, I went to England and I stayed there for a few days. Например. Okay, that's it. And this is our next exercise. Follow the model. Yes, трябва да следваме нашия модел. Така, следвайте модела и пременете от сегашно в минало време, като използвате отговори и изрази с ago. Така, сега, ago. Ago, преди. Това, което ще използваме с ago и то ще идва винаги преди ago. An hour ago, 15 minutes ago, a year ago, 10 days ago. Обърнете внимание, че ago се използва винаги с един период от време. Тоест, ago е преди в смисъл. Ако кажа an hour ago, това означава it's an hour from now in the past. Това означава един час от сега назад в миналото. Тоест, изразите с ago много точно определят кога нещо се случва в миналото. От тази гледна точка обърнете внимание, че това пък е едно изключително изискване по отношение на past tenses, past simple tense. Дефинирам и конкретизирам много точно кога нещо се случва. Що се отнася до before? Before касае момент. Before the meeting. Преди срещата. Така, вашият въпрос тук трябва да бъде, мога ли да кажа before 5 minutes? Мога да го кажа. Обаче, когато аз кажа before 5 minutes, аз се отнасям към момента, който е точно преди тези 5 минути. Някога преди тези 5 минути. Кога? Не е ясно. В този смисъл, before стои доста по-неопределено във времето. Окей, нека да погледнем това, което имаме. The model is. Is she cooking supper right now? The continuous tense. No, she cooked it an hour ago. Okay. Number one. Are you opening that bottle of beer? Okay, отваряш ли тази бутилка бира? No, I opened it 15 minutes ago. Аз го направих точно преди 15 минути. 15 minutes from now in the past. This is the meaning. Това е нашият смисъл. 15 минути от сега назад във времето. Okay, next. Are the children playing outside? Okay, no, they played outside an hour ago. Is mom still drying her hair? No, she dried her hair an hour ago or 15 minutes ago. Yes. Is Jen ironing the clothes? No, she ironed them. She ironed the clothes. Okay. 2 hours ago. Yes. Number 5. Are you still planning your trip? Okay. So, now I planned it a year ago. Планирах го преди една година. Okay. I planned it a year ago. Нещо, което се е случило точно преди една година. 6. Is Jim hurrying to the bus stop? No, he hurried to the bus stop 15 minutes ago. Okay, this was number 6. 7. Are your grandparents working in the garden? No, they worked in the garden. Okay, an hour ago. So, It was number 7. Now number 8. Is Tom helping his sister? No, he helped his sister. Okay, 15 minutes ago, an hour ago, 10 hours ago. Yes? 2 days ago. Без значение. Преди 2 дни. 2 days ago. Yes? 9. Do you still want to go to the cinema? No, I wanted to go to the cinema 15 minutes ago. Now I don't. I don't want it right now. Okay. 10. Is Anne polishing her fingernails? Well, she did it. Okay. An hour ago. Обърнете внимание, че говорейки по този начин, имайки този въпрос, много често ние ще използваме do, did, съответно в минало време, за да избегнем повторение на вече на нещо споменато. Ако имам един такъв директен въпрос и си представим, че това е част от един така реален диалог. Is Anne polishing her fingernails? No, she did it. 15 minutes ago. An hour ago. Не е нужно да казвам втори път. No, she polished her fingernails. Никой реално не говори така. Okay? So, well, that's it.